I'll get another bottle of boyfriend.
Listen, guys seem to like it. I'm not gonna lie.
Now, tell us about. First of all, tell me about the fragrance, and then let's talk about the name.
Yeah, I came up with this a few years ago. An actual boyfriend and I had broken up, and I missed his cologne. So I went and I thought, oh, wouldn't that be boyfriend? I'm like, I don't have to have a boyfriend. I have a boyfriend scent, and I.
So this was you missed his smell.
I missed his smell. His man musk.
And then what ingredients went into the boyfriend?
I mean, if you want to break down the notes, it opens with a juicy plum.
Yeah.
And then it goes down to night blooming jasmine, which is an aphrodisiac. Oh. And then very magnetic. And then it gets a little sandalwood, a little patchouli, a little myrrh.
To me, it smells like a Saturday morning. Like when it's clean in the morning and you're clean and you put it on and you can't decide what to do during the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do I go to a movie or do I stay home and masturbate? You don't know which. Whichever way. Either way, I smell delicious.
That's weird. How did you do? That's my whole ad campaign. I go to a movie or I stay home and masturbate. Yeah.
Now there's boys' names in here. There's John, there's Michael, Kevin, Sebastian. There's Pablo.
Pablo. Yeah. Some are men, some are cats. Pablo is my cat. He's an orange tabby. He's been a really good guy. Yeah.
So which one of these guys was the worst breakup of all? Is there?
You know, and he's not even on there, but I gotta tell you the worst breakup, the most ridiculous breakup was a guy when I was in college. I was living in this like converted garage in Tucson, Arizona. I went to U of A, and my boyfriend and I, we broke up, and I had a record player. That's how old I am. A record player.
What's going on with him? But I do know he did not pass that task. I let his lecturer know about it.
I wasn't sure how to approach the issue, so I contacted the student campus wellbeing.
So registering with Campus Wellbeing for support was pretty straightforward, actually. They gave me the option of keeping my whole situation confidential if I wanted to. And just the fact that I could keep it confidential was really reassuring.
Some students who receive support choose not to disclose this information to their lecturer. In Nathan's case, he's okay with his lecturer knowing.
Anyway, after organising the support with Campus Wellbeing, we met up with my lecturer and we talked about a number of things and reasonable adjustment.
Well, I understand it's not my role to know the details of each and every student in my lectures, but it is my responsibility to make sure that they receive care and support. A referral, for instance, or reasonable adjustment to their assessment items.
In Nathan's case, with an adjustment, we allowed him some extra time to read through the text.
I did sit down with the tutor and we devised a couple of alternatives, but it was no grading decision.
Also, when I'm grading a task, I look for what he is saying rather than how he is saying it. I look for actual content, not so much grammar and spelling.
Look, it didn't impact very much on my teaching or my workload. Nathan's got a note taker in my lectures, and he seems to find it easier to read text on blue paper.
So Campus Wellbeing organised a note taker for me. It's a student who comes to my class and they help me take notes and keep me up to speed with my work. It's actually really useful because they don't give me an advantage as such, but rather they just keep me on the same level with the rest of the students, which really helps out. So I've also got the option of using technology to support me and help me out reading. There's some great technology which I can use at the moment, which what it does is it reads out each word and highlights it as I go along.
Gary Webb's death confirmed as a suicide. We'll scroll down a little bit. New York. The death of investigative reporter Gary Webb has confirmed as a suicide, according to a coroner's statement. The cause of death was determined to be a self-inflicted gunshot wounds to the head, and that's a statement issued by the Sacramento County Coroner's Office. Let's pause right there. To shoot yourself in the head with a semi-automatic firearm once is a great accomplishment. But to do that twice is just so beyond me how you could do this. And I'll go back to the article, and it's just baffling. Out of all these suicides and alleged suicide, I should say, it just really gets to me how anybody can believe that a man shot himself twice in the head with a semi-automatic firearm. And then have people believe it, or if you dare question Mr. Webb's suicide, then you're a kook, you're crazy. And of course, Webb gained national attention in the 1990s when he was writing a series of articles in the Mercury News linking the CIA to Contras and so forth. So there you go, guys shooting himself in the head twice, people slitting their wrists and throats and then going jogging for a mile. Who else? People shooting themselves while handcuffed, people hanging themselves after they said, no, I'll fight you to the death. That's the new normal. And now we have Mr. Hastings to add to that list, a gentleman who was driving in his car, regardless if he is driving fast or not, allegedly struck a tree and his car burst into flames. I'm waiting for that statement from Mercedes claiming that their vehicles don't spontaneously combust. I'm definitely sure that will drive down their ownership if they can't get to the bottom of that one. So let's look at those pictures, and you can see it right there. That thing fell into a burning ring of fire. That thing is lit up. You got shrapnel and so.
Mais uma cerimônia da monarquia promete parar o Reino Unido amanhã, o batizado do príncipe George, filho de William e Kate. O batizado vai ser na pequena capela real do Palácio St. James. Será celebrado pelo arcebispo de Canterbury. Os pais do bebê, o duque e a duquesa de Cambridge, preferiram uma cerimônia discreta, restrita aos pais, irmãos e avós do casal. Tão restrita que integrantes da família real não foram convidados. Depois eles voltam direto para casa, o Palácio de Kensington, onde moram, e tentam levar uma vida normal fora dos holofotes.